In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the driver's side output shaft seal on your Nissan Altima, located in the transmission. Remove the 5 21mm lug nuts. Remove the wheel. Remove the cotter pin out of the outside spindle. Remove the crown using a 32mm socket. Remove the axle nut. Using pliers, I'm going to remove the locking tab off of the brake hose. I'm going to push that back and out of the bracket. I'm also going to remove the wheel speed sensor from the 2 grommets on either side of the strut. Using a 21mm socket and wrench, we're going to remove the 2 strut bolts and nuts. Pull the knuckle forward. Make sure the spindle pushes in. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure that your ABS wire does not get stretched at all, nor your brake hose. We're going to put the axle to the side, and we're going to go in here and use a pry bar and pop it out of the transmission. Before you do this, you want a drip tray under the transmission to catch any fluid that comes out. Using a pry bar, we're going to get behind the axle, and we're going to pop it out of the transmission. Remove the axle using a seal puller or a flat blade screwdriver. Install the new seal. We're going to tap this into place. The best way to do this is with a brass punch. If you don't have a brass punch, you want to use something that doesn't have any sharp edges because you do not want to mess up any of the rubber around the seal. Because I don't have a brass punch, I'm going to be using a socket. And I'm going to go around the seal, tapping it in and making it flush with the transmission. Keep tapping around the seal until your finger can go over it and you do not feel a ridge and it's nice and flush with this transmission surface. Reinstall the axle. Line up the splines in the transmission. Once they're lined up, give the axle a few good pushes in. Kind of make sure, by pulling it out, make sure you can't. Once that's locked in, make sure your ABS sensor harness is out of the way. And line up the splines on the axle with the hub and push the knuckle into place. I like to install the bottom bolt first. And this top one, just push back, kind of wiggle it. I'm going to put the ABS sensor harness back into its bracket. Install the two nuts. Then while holding the head of the bolt with a wrench, tighten down the nut. Torque these lower strut bolts to 103 foot-pounds. Put the brake hose back in the bracket. Install the little clip. You can use a little hammer to help you. Install the axle nut. Tighten it down. Using a pry bar to hold the studs. Torque the axle nut to 92 foot-pounds. Install the crown. And your cotter pin. And bend it up over. Prevent the axle nut from backing out. Install the wheel. The hubcap is held on by the lug nuts. Make sure the hubcap is on before you install your lug nuts. Install your 5 21mm lug nuts. Tighten them down in a star pattern. Torque your lug nuts down in a star pattern to 100 foot-pounds. If any of them feel loose in that second pass, go ahead and go around again. If not, that's a wrap.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.